Does this make sense to you? Getting Noni Madueke?
It makes sense in terms of the nonsense we've always done. So you're used to this sort of shit, right? It's nonsense. Since we've been back in the Champions League, we're doing the same shit we done under Wenger when we was in the Champions League, never showing the ambition to take the next step. Hazard's there banging at Lille. No, let's go for Gervinho. You know, that's just one example of many we could say over those years. All the big players that left over those years that have talked since to citing many of the same reasons, ambition and really looking around, is there any winners? That would be the next step for this club. Noni Madueke, who the hell is excited about that? Now, it's nothing against him, right? And I know he's getting a lot of nonsense on social media, and that's wrong, right? It's the club that we have to look at here. It's the people at the top, and it's the manager, and everything in between. But those are the most culpable here. Some might argue that the Kroenkes have changed in the last 6-7 years, and you look at the total spent. I'll argue, look at the last 3 windows since we've been back in the Champions League and say they're the same old owners we've always had, just a different face to it. But look at Arteta. He's highest paid manager we've had since Wenger. He's top 3 paid in the world, the second highest in this league. Yeah? So I can't lie. No one can tell me that these don't all go through him. Final say, that's it. Right? In any bit, put your business hat back on, right? The highest paid employee is the one held most culpable, right? Surely. Mm-hmm. So he is the highest paid employee. So I don't want to... yes, Berta, I was excited about him coming in, but I think he's carrying out what the manager wants him to carry out. It's all rumours and bagger chat.
Well, you're correct. But the rumour, if you listen to the rumours...
It doesn't matter, though. That's what I'm saying.
Just on that, though, Arteta wanted Sesko. Berta wanted Gyökeres, and we're getting Gyökeres. So,
rumor might be the truth, whatever.
But
right?
you just cited the rumors for your.
But
I'm just saying.
But trust me, the highest paid employee is the one held most culpable. That's Arteta. Yeah, you go back to All or Nothing. Everyone else was against selling Oba. It was only Arteta. Edu spoke to Tim Lewis and whoever else, you know, these lawyers and business people we have in there in the same room. They was all and ahhing about it. But because Arteta wanted it, so you're telling me fast forward 3 years, he's earning quadruple what he did then. He's got less responsibility. He's the manager, remember, not the head coach.
Well, the buck stops with him.
And it starts with the fucking owners, right? Because regardless, as much as I'm saying the manager is culpable and should own all these things happening right now, best believe if he's gone come the end of next season, which if we don't win anything, it has to happen because we need some rejuvenation.
He won't go.
The next manager that comes in will be someone that can work under this ownership, because Wenger was the highest paid in Europe. Why? He wasn't winning majors. He was the highest paid to keep us in line. Yeah, keep us in check while we flirt with the majors. That's what he was highest paid for, right? Now Arteta's third highest paid, top 3 highest paid. For what? Have we won majors? No. He's to keep us in line again, because there is a hive, right? Hives all over the gaff. There's a Zubimendi hive already. There's probably a Norgard one starting somewhere. Like, we need to, you know, hold these men culpable and stop running into the dreamland with every, you know, little signing that comes through the door, when the reality is we haven't even improved the first team. It's the 10th of July. Forget the striker that Lee says. We haven't improved the first team, full stop. It's the 10th of July. So come on.
I think that, you know, like, Arteta's done well to get us into this position that we're in. Like, we are challenging now, but at the end of it, Turkish is right. If he signs it, if this is what he agrees on, then this is the sword he's going to die on. You know what I mean? Because you're spending £50 million on this. You know what I mean? Like, unless they're going to walk away, like they, you know, at the end of the day, that's what they've said. Oh, we don't fancy it. I don't know. If they go back in with more. You know, and at the end of it, you know, I know like Turkish saying the owners are giving him £50 million for him. They're not, you know what I mean, like at the end of the day, and you're saying about a budget, well, that 50 million must come in that budget, like, and that is down on Arteta at the end of the day to go, yeah, I'll have that. And if he does do that and he does sign him, I'm sorry, you know what I mean, you better make it work. But I don't know how it's going to work, because where's he going to play?
A bit of a spoiler alert, but I asked this question when we did Invincible podcast, which is going to be out tomorrow. I'm going to ask it to everyone here, right? Because this is an unpopular potential signing, right? I'm not with this signing at all. I don't understand it. I don't get it, right? It's not that he's a bad player, right? But it's not what we need, right? So I'm going to ask you all this. Start with you, Laurie. Should Arteta, Berta, who are obviously going to be, these two are sanctioning this signing, should they listen to us as fans? I did a poll, 2 polls on Transfer Daily. The first poll I did was when we were first linked to Madueke. No bids in, no nothing yet, right? 87% of people in that poll said, nah, we don't want him. When
hiding that.
87%. When the other day now, it started to look like we're going to get him, I thought, let me do another poll to see if people kind of turned round a bit. That was 95%. It went up. That surprised me, right?
95%.
Right, 95% of fans said no. The first fan I met, right, that said they wanted him was today. We were doing some filming down by the Emirates. And this fan said to me, he goes, Robbie, I don't know what all the fuss is about. I think he'd be a really good player for Arsenal. We need a backup to Saka. He's a good ball carrier. He'll get better. So I asked,
We've got that with Wanyeri.
I'm asking you all this question. Should Arteta and Berta listen to us fans and not get Madueke, or should they push ahead and get what they think is needed?
I think 2 things can be true at the same time. I'd like to think that they do kind of would take fans, especially when there's been a wild reaction like this. I think they should take it into consideration, but ultimately they won't. They're professionals. They'll do what they think is best for the club, what they think is best.
Do you think they should be listening?
I pretty much agree with what you just said there. When it's extreme circumstances like this, yeah, fans are entitled with the amount of money spent to have some sort of say in something. That's why they're linked to some fan groups and whatnot, which is, it was a lot more talked about a year after Super League. That seems to have gone quiet as well. But yeah, in general, fans should be listened to in some way, shape or form. Unrealistic about transfers, I don't think that should be the case. But when it's unanimous as it is with this one, like both for the player and the aura and the project and the process and the phases, you know, really think about this.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, earlier on, and my conclusion with it is that when you go to games now, Arteta says the fans are, well, you're very important. Very important, like, you know, you've got to do this and you've got to do that, turn up and be loud and all that, like, you know. So I think, you know, it works 2 ways.
So you think, like, on this, he should listen to what is overwhelmingly fans are saying? We don't want
listen to Win the Dog over it as well, like, really, you know what I mean, if I'll be honest. Wouldn't you? I listen, you know what I mean, I don't know where it's come from. It's crazy business.
Why do you think they're going for Madueke?
I think there's something going on with these owners in America and some business or something, because that's the only sense I can make of it. And it moves so quick with Chelsea, both Havertz and Madueke now. It just moves quick. Even Sterling, last day.
But
quick.
Sterling was a free though, I mean.
Yeah, loan, but what I'm saying is, does our business move quick with anyone else?
Still pays wages.
Why do you think they're going?
I'm struggling. I mean, listen, the guy is a decent player. You said it right. But if you look at all the metrics, if you look at, I mean, listen, Madueke kind of first really came to my attention last April when he was there fighting with Nicholas Jackson over a penalty when Chelsea were already 4-0 up. Straight away, that sent red flags to me. I've seen where Maresca, the manager, has publicly criticised Madueke for what he calls his inconsistency and him needing to do more. All these things are the very antithesis that we're led to believe that Arteta likes in a player. And it's not like people saying he's a backup for Saka. Is he? We got Wanyeri, who for me is already a better player than Madueke. Yes. And that money, as the guy said, both of them articulated it perfectly. When you talk about budgets, that 50 mil could go towards funding Eze, Rodrigo, whoever. And
my fear for this, right, as well, is that if he comes in, this is where I think maybe, because we did kind of have this before with, not to this extent, but when we were signing Raya, we were kind of all like, why?
No, not like this.
No, that's very, very different, man.
No, it's not like this, but I'm just saying it was kind of like this where
that was more confusing.
We were kind of like, why are we getting Raya for, right? Because, you know,
this one isn't confusing.
We've got a decent goalkeeper already.
Crazy.
And that actually proved right. But in this case, I think the pressure that Madueke will be under, right? Because, you know, you think of it, you'll have your first couple games. Any of the other new players, if they give the ball away or anything, people will be like, oh, well, he's just come. Give him time. He gives the ball away, he's going to get a load of sticks straight away. They're going to be on him immediately. I think maybe they should listen to the fans in this case.
Yeah, they should.
Because
I do think, Rob, it's to do with the Chelsea thing.
What is the Chelsea thing you're talking about?
We
amount of players we get from Chelsea.
Getting from Chelsea.
No, I mean, you were suggesting that there might be some kind of close relationship.
Something's going on.
All right.
This makes no sense from any footballing angle. No sense.
It doesn't.
So there must be something going on over in America.
It is funny when
you
see other clubs of other teams laughing at us at the moment about it.
Tell me something, yeah? 30 mil he signed for to Chelsea. How's he worth 59 if he's been underwhelming there? Whereas Vieira we signed for 30 mil. We're probably going to get 20, 15 mil for him at best.
And you know what it is, right?
How is that?
Robbie says that the fans don't want him, which is true. You know the only fans that do want that sale to go through?
Fans.
The Chelsea fans. I spoke to one earlier today, Richard, next door. He said that, listen, man, I'd be quite happy for Madueke to join Arsenal. And that's the thing. If he was anywhere near good enough for Chelsea, do you really think that Chelsea would be selling him to Arsenal?